Four-way battle. He is the Neon Ninja and the Aerosol Assassin. Michael the Bomber Facade is one of 4 men who have qualified for a ladder match to take place at Winner Takes All. That's going to go down on December the 10th, our next big DVD release for all of you fans watching us at home. Michael Facade will attempt to compete for his first ever Super Indie Championship. He's a former tag champion, but has not won a singles title yet. The biggest opportunity of his singles career is at Winner Take All in just about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes, Facade beat Icarus and Samurai del Sol to qualify, and this is going to be a preview, so to speak, because we're going to have 2 participants participating in this 4-way match. So we'll see, hopefully, and get a little peek ahead as to who will have that advantage and no excuses.
Aiden Bale, a rock band drummer, sick of not being in the spotlight, however, transitioned over to professional wrestling, and boy, what an athletic gift this kid has, huh?
Yes, he does, Joe, and he's going to have an opportunity tonight to really prove himself, because he's in this 4-way match with 3 proven and athletic superstars.
Aiden Bale's the X Factor. He has the most to gain from this matchup. He could make a career by pinning one of these 3 athletes. Logan Shulo, not any longer with his trademark mic stand, is the second man that qualified into that 4-way matchup.
That's right, Joe. He beat Pepper Parks and Bobby the Body Shields back at Cage Fury in Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. Not only that, he battled Michael the Bomber Facade at Combat in Clearfield 2 in our first preview of that main event. We'll get to that in a second.
And our 4th participant in this matchup, recently returning from an extended work-related vacation in Florida. A little older, a little wiser, just as rebellious.
Matthew Justice, a former Super Indie champion, and the man that, don't repeat this outside of here, but effectively ended the undefeated streak of Dalton Castle.
What a big-time statement to make upon your return here to IWC and to beat a guy that's undefeated, unheard of. Matt spent 6 months down in WWE's developmental territory in Florida, but realized the corporate life wasn't cut out for him. He's anti-authority, he's counterculture, he's anti-establishment, and he is young, he is metal, and he is ready to attack. Matthew Justice is home.
Matthew Justice claims to have his sights set on the Super Indie title, unfortunately not qualified for that 4-way ladder match. To get it right now, Matt Cross and Hallow Wicked will be joining Logan Shulo and Michael Facade in that match.
Well, and the only reason Matt didn't qualify is he wasn't here yet.
He wasn't here yet, but he can certainly make a statement in this match with a victory, saying, hey, I'm good, I'm still on top, I'm ready to go, I want the first shot at that title. And he can do that with a victory here tonight.
Facade and Shulo going nose to nose early on, nothing settled, and their 20-minute time limit draw 2 weeks ago in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. No momentum gained for either of those men leading into Winner Take All. That's what both those men are searching for here. Feeling out the 4-way environment, figuring out how to cover your blind side, how and when to attempt a pinfall. It's a completely different strategy in a 4-way matchup compared to singles competition. Shulo and Facade have an advantage with a matchup like this that the other two, Hallow Wicked and M-Dog 20 Matt Cross, might not have.
Now, and Joe, you mentioned that match, the first, so to speak, preview of the Super Indie title match, the one-on-one match between Logan Shulo and Michael Facade, the match going to a time limit draw. That match was so impressive, it had every fan in the arena on their feet applauding at the end. When many were hoping for a peek ahead at who was going to have the advantage going into the title match December 10th at Winner Takes All. But there was none of that given. The men went toe-to-toe, Logan Shulo, Michael Facade, no advantage. Nobody was the clear victor in that match. Obviously it was a draw, but nobody had the upper hand the whole way through. It's still a question as to who is it going to be. Who's going to have the upper hand going into the title match?
Huge takedown by Justice, who is in better physical shape than I've ever seen him. A man who really over the past couple of years has rededicated himself so much to physical fitness, to working out in the ring, and so much more. And it's Shulo trying to quicken the pace at Justin with an arm drag takedown. Keep in mind, there are tags in this four-way matchup. There will not be tags in the four-way match of winner take all, because that will be a ladder match. It's going to be anarchy.
It's going to be complete chaos. It's going to be hardcore, and it's going to take the will, the passion, the desire at 100% for whichever man walks out of there with the title that night.
Tagging to Michael Facade. Facade and Justice very similarly styled and similarly influenced. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Facade's flippin' ain't easy tag team partner, Jason Gorey, who came so close to qualifying along with his partner. Came so close to joining Facade in that four-way coming up at winner take all, but was just a hair away from making it into that matchup. You gotta believe, of course, how Wicked ended up with that spot. You gotta feel for Jason Gorey and his frustration of trying to get back to Super Indy title contention. We would have loved to see Flippin' Ain't Easy one-on-one at the end of that four-way vying for that Super Indy title, but it's not to be, and we haven't really seen Jason Gorey since that matchup. I don't know if he's got other commitments or just hasn't been scheduled or what the deal is. We look forward to seeing him back and hopefully seeing Flippin' Ain't Easy again, regardless of whether Facade wins or loses at winner take all.
Yeah, Joe, and the subject was kind of taboo, but a lot of fans in their heads secretly were wondering what it would be like to see Facade versus Gorey. We're not going to get to see it, but we still have one heck of a four-way dance ladder match for the title in December.
I'd love to see it, to be honest with you. I'd love to see Aiden Gail pull out a big win tonight. Check out the multiple revolutions on the sideline head scissors. That makes Facade so dizzy and so disoriented, he has no idea where he is.
Impressive maneuver by the newcomer.
Yeah, this Aiden Gail, this guy's a kid on the rise. He's a comer. Watch out, in 2-3 years, he may be the talk of this area.
You think we should be keeping our eye on him?
I think we gotta keep our eye on Matt Justice right now. Suicide dive to the outside.
Almost landed on our laps, heads up.
Well, not quite that big. We're all the way back here, but I get your point. And Shulo went to fly, but Aiden Gail with a high heel kick.
And Shulo can fly. Joe, he's such a big man, you wouldn't think that he has aerial maneuvers. But this man, I witnessed it with my own eyes, go from a standing base jump, leap onto a 5-foot platform. I've watched the man dunk a basketball. And a man that size who can fly like that can be very dangerous in the wrestling ring, both, well, inside and out.
Watch Aiden Gail! The tope con hilo to the outside, high risk, and the body weight connects with both Logan Shulo and Matt Justice. But notice Michael Facade was not in the fracas. He's still up. I think he's ready to show you don't have to be sleeping for the bomber to start creeping.
And Joe, I'm not gonna lie, I am very pleasantly surprised.
Facade walks the ropes into a 450.
450 from the center of the ropes. Unbelievable.
Listen to this ovation.
I was just going to say how impressed I was with newcomer Aiden Gail, but then Michael Facade stealing the show, stealing the moment with that unbelievable maneuver.
Perhaps nobody has the breathtaking agility that Michael Facade possesses, but got caught by Shulo coming back in. And Shulo ready to take advantage in this one-fall contest on Aiden Gail. Aiden Gail, no disrespect to him, he's a great kid, but you got to look at him as the weak link of this matchup, so smart move by the front man. Hard slam and taking Justice off of the corner. There was no need to do that. This is not a... Justice was in no danger of being tagged in, but Shulo just added some insult to injury.
Yeah, it's certainly a strategy of his to keep all competitors on their toes at all times, whether they're legal or not.
And keep in mind, if Justice is not on the apron, he can't interrupt the fall. Shulo can get a quick pin, maybe. And Logan, sharp kick right to the base of the spine of Aiden Gail. That'll send chills up your entire body.
And Joe, Logan Shulo's been around for a while, and he's been consistently improving.
Wait a second, quick roll up here, 2-0.
Near fall. He's been consistently improving. He still says he feels like he's got something to prove. He doesn't feel like he's getting the respect he deserves for the successes that he's had so far in the ring.
Shulo connects as Facade attempted to get involved. And Shulo is dominating this matchup at present moment.
Joe, wrestling is all about momentum. It's all about windows of opportunity and who's hot and when they're hot. Logan Shulo appears to be hot at the right time with the opportunity of his life awaiting just a month away.
That Justice attempts, but great vertical leap again on the standing drop kick. Shulo has the cover, hooking the leg on Aiden Vale for 2.
Again, we're seeing the agility and the athleticism from such a large man. It's a dangerous combination.
Aiden Vale with fight left in him, however. Vale got caught. Midair by Logan Shulo at the mercy of Logan with a backbreaker. And Logan's going to do this momentum, but Justice intervenes. And you want to talk about momentum? Matthew Justice gets a win here. He's got to be right on the front lines to challenge the winner of Winner Take All.
You would have to think he'd be #1 contender for the eventual champion, but who knows? That's up for Chuck Roberts and, well, just Flexor to decide.
Oh, don't even get me started. Facade springboard again! Oh, the bodyweight collides with Justice and Shulo. And Facade, there's no gi. The bomber means business, ready to finish this thing off. If you're Matt Cross, if you're Alan Wicked, how do you combat this? Wait a second. Facade still a step ahead. The moonsault connects. The bomber is ready for Super Indy glory.
The crowd now rallying behind Michael Facade with his flashy moves, his unbelievable athleticism. It's not hard to do.
Yeah, how can you not? Aiden Vale, he's still got some fight in him though. This young kid still in, I think, his late teens, his early 20s. Got the world ahead of him. He may not remember that, though. That sharp twist against the Gary kick. And Facade signals it could be time, Justin. Sharp kick to the sternum. Goes for a cover. Wait. 2-0. Thought he might have been signaling for that Arashikage driver, but no. Trying to finish it off quick before Logan got in, which was smart, but wasn't quick enough.
Cross up top now.
That Justice.
And there's the vertical leaping ability of Logan Shulo that we talked about, and it's a superplex on Matthew Justice.
Unbelievable.
The big man can fly, and you see it time and time again, but every time it is almost nearly unbelievable.
Deceptively agile. Near fall center ring. Aiden Vale, Logan Shulo, everybody looking to be the opportunist here tonight. And the officials lost all control. You can throw tags out the window. Not Justice perched. Aiden and Facade is trying to recover. Well, I'll make my second Kevin Sullivan reference of the night. Justice in the Tree of Woe. Watch Aiden. Tornado DDT, nicely done.
Joe, you weren't kidding about this guy.
Matt Justice is trapped. There's no way for him to interrupt the fall. And Aiden vaulted into Justice. Matt Justice sandwich in the corner. Logan's got this too, but no, Facade interrupts the fall from his opponent next month as well as tonight. And Shulo opening up on Facade. And how poetic is it that the last two men standing are the two men that move on to an even bigger four-way match with a ladder involved in a few weeks.
We talked about a preview. Well, here is your preview, Joe. Logan Shulo and Michael Facade getting a chance to go toe-to-toe.
And Facade elevates Shulo into a modified Arashikage driver. Bomber's got this. And now he calls that the dreadlock, Justin.
That's how he qualified with this submission maneuver right here.
And Justice springs in with Air Justice. And Matt gonna slip in the back door, and Matt just won it.
Here's your winner, the Wonder Matthew Justice.
Facade didn't know until he heard the announcement. Facade thought that Facade won.
Facade was going for the submission on Logan Shulo.
I think he would have gotten it too. Maybe 10 or 15 more seconds, he would have got it.
Again, similar to in Clearfield, Shulo had Facade in a modified Boston Crab. It looked like Facade was going to submit. The time limit called for the bell, that was it. Now the roles were reversed. Michael Facade looks like he was about to have a Logan Shulo submit, but before we could tell if it would happen, the bell was rung. Matthew Justice scoring the pinfall over Aiden Bale.
And just like that, no momentum achieved. Shulo and Facade both tried, but we ended a stalemate. We ended a wash. And Facade and Justice, I know there's mutual respect there between the two of them, but Facade, deep down, has got to be fuming. He wanted it to be him, weeks away from the biggest opportunity of his career. But like we talked about earlier, Justin, this cements Matt Justice, in my mind, as the next top contender heading into 2012.
We'll see what happens between now and then, Joe, but you're certainly right. Matt Justice looking impressive tonight against some of the top IWC Super Indie competitors.
But all roads lead to winner take all 2011. Batman, Michael the Bomber Facade, the front man Logan Shulo. They'll be joined by Hal Wicked and M-Dog 20 Matt Cross, the innovator of aerial insanity, for the damnedest ladder match in IWC history. I am Joe Dombrowski, and we are with the second half of IWC Night of Superstars 2011, set for tag team competition. On the way to the ring is Matt Segaris and Bronco McBride, a couple of good old country boys from down south. They're called Blue Collar Slaughterhouse. They're attempting to avenge a loss they suffered 2 weeks ago in Clearfield, Pennsylvania, at the hands of this tag team who's had a rough go in recent months, but doing well. Tyler Stone, the former underground bare-knuckle pit fighter, joined by the feature presentation David R. DiMera, who hopes to use pro wrestling as a springboard to some success in Hollywood, but that's got to be the farthest thing on his mind right now. Tyler Stone and DiMera scored a big-time victory over Blue Collar Slaughterhouse a couple of weeks ago in Clearfield. This is the return bout that was, requested by the Blue Collar Slaughterhouse, and they're wasting no time. Huge brawl, center of the ring, back and forth. Matt Segaris and Bronco McBride of Blue Collar Slaughterhouse against Stone and DiMera, and a double German suplex by Stone and DiMera takes down Slaughterhouse. Follow through, double back heel trip, the STO takedown, and DiMera and Stone are picking up right where they left off. Very nicely done. Tell you what, this team, a lot of people wrote them off in the past year or so after what had happened between them and the Founding Fathers. Repeated recipients of a beatdown time and time again, but man, they get a shot on their own right now, and they're really flourishing. And Tyler Stone risking life and limb to connect on the outside. Nicely done. It's Bronco McBride. Thick young man hits a moonsault in the second turnbuckle. Nicely done. These guys going all out in the early going of this contest, not wasting any time. It shows you all four of these men want to make a big-time statement on what is arguably the largest stage of their careers here in Meadville, Pennsylvania, the Night of Superstars. Such a great capacity crowd here tonight. In the ring, it is Bronco McBride attempts a pinning combination on David DiMera for 2. And McBride not going for aesthetics here, nothing pretty. Just hammering away on DiMera. You got to give the advantage to the cohesive team to the Blue Collar Slaughterhouse, but that's not to say Stone and DiMera don't have plenty of tricks up there, so I think they complement each other very well. DiMera, the thicker of the two. He can use that body mass. While Stone, he's just in your face and intense. And he can fly, he can mat wrestle. Both these teams have to be watching the tag scene very closely. We saw earlier the Gambino brothers qualify for the 4-way tag team championship matchup at Winner Take All 2011. Joining the founding fathers of Jimmy Vegas and Super Hentai. And also, near fall center ring. Team of the One-Nighters, Bobby Beverly and Nikki Valentino. It's McBride backing up DiMera into the blue-collar corner. And the exchange is made to Matt Segaris. McBride, double back elbow. Blue collar showing just that as far as work ethic. They're hustling here to try to at least even the series with Stone and DiMera. Tyler Stone inching for a tag, but DiMera is still a bit too far away. Segaris feeling pretty good about himself. DiMera again, trapped in enemy territory. Blue collars cut the ring off at its hypotenuse. And DiMera fires back. And he's got to get out of that corner if he knows what's good for him. Oh, but he hesitated. He hesitated. A rookie mistake by DiMera and get into his corner. He could sense the presence of Segaris coming. He wasn't sure what to do. Get the tag or fight him off, and it cost him. And Blue Collar's back on top. A youthful mistake by David DiMera. Suplex coming up, nicely executed. Cover 2 and no. For the ride now. Tag into Bronco once again. Buries the feet. A blatant choke in the corner. DiMera may not have a lot left if this keeps up. Well, 5 minutes may seem like an eternity when it comes to the member of the DiMera Stone team that has been the legal man for, I'd say, about 90% of this matchup. Bronco follows through with a splash. And now Segaris with a cannonball in the corner. And a Bronco Buster, modified version, but that's not about entertainment right there. That's all the body weight of McBride, right onto the chest cavity of David DiMera. And continuing with this relentless offense, no frills, but a lot of impact from Blue Collar Slaughterhouse. And Segaris doing to press the advantage of DiMera. Credit to the fight he has in him. Does DiMera breaks free from the grasp. He needs a tag. Post haste. DiMera trying to fight his way free, and again a double clothesline. DiMera may have made his second or third rookie mistake of this matchup thus far by not obtaining the tag as soon as he could. We'll have to keep a mental note of that as this matchup progresses, as he's been a little bit slow on the draw, but Tyler Stone looking to quicken the pace. A drop kick, and over the top to the outside goes Segaris. And Stone Tried to set up McBride, but walked right into a huge clothesline. Blue Collar not going down easily. Straight kick to the breadbasket. And it's Blue Collar once again. Tyler Stone had a flurry of momentum. But just like that, tides have shifted once again, and certainly a stark contrast to the momentum we saw Stone and DiMera building Clearfield. And Stone trying to elevate Bronco from the top. Stone likes to go belly to belly. Gonna go exploder! T-bone style. Huge explosion. But now Tyler needs a tag. And is DiMera sufficiently recovered? I don't know the answer. What cover attempt? Tyler was smart, went for a quick cover, couldn't get the job done, however. Segaris in to interrupt. And DiMera inadvertently distracting the official. Segaris drops Stone out of the fireman's carry. Bronco on top with a pin. That was the illegal man, by the way. And Blue Collar is victorious. Well, the series has been evened. Segaris and Bronco avenge Clearfield. Blue Collar Slaughterhouse victorious, and a little bit of a statement to whichever tag team is victorious in that four-way matchup at winner take all for the tag team titles. One-nighters, Gambinos, Founding Fathers, or the mystery fourth team, which we do not know yet, which will be brought in via invitation. A lot of speculation on who that might be. Regardless, Blue Collar Slaughterhouse may be among the top contenders for whomever those champions may be. Some would call this a potential dream match, and I would certainly be inclined to agree. Shima Xion has solidified himself as the breakout star in this part of the country. A current star in Impact Wrestling as Zima Ion. Former IWC Triple Crown winner. He's held every title there is to hold here in the International Wrestling Cartel. And he's got a worldly experience of knowledge to borrow from. But his opponent certainly has been all around the world time and time again. And the business runs in his blood. Whether it was the patriarch of the family, the late great Gory Guerrero, whether it was his father, Chavo Classic, Chavo Guerrero Sr., his uncles, Eddie, Mondo, and Hector, or whether it is Chavo Guerrero Jr., former Cruiserweight Champion, ECW Champion, World Tag Team Champion, and multiple other accolades throughout his career, Chavo Guerrero is without question one of the best. But how will he fare against Shima Xion one-on-one? Guerrero is Mexican. It is Spanish for warrior. He calls himself a Mexican warrior. The words are synonymous with one another, with good reason. And this is the match that I've been most looking forward to. Chavo learned how to wrestle along with Eddie in his grandfather's backyard. They had a ring at their house. That is how much this business has been ingrained into the Guerrero family. Eddie and Chavo grew up like brothers. They were uncle and nephew, but only a few years apart in age. And Chavo been all over the world, a international, global career that spans about 15 years from his first time in WCW until present day, not even counting all of his experience south of the border. Shima Zion's been to Mexico, been to Japan multiple times. Competed with the absolute best. Crowd is firmly behind Chavo, as one might expect. Shima, a bit of support as well. And again, you can't blame anybody for either favorite they pick. I have so much respect for Shima Zion and what he's become and how dedicated he is. But how could you not respect anybody with the last name of Guerrero? Clean break in the corner. Both men feeling one another out. Both these men are ring mechanics. They are not going to rush into any situation. They are going to take their time. Shima responds in kind with the clean break. Elbow tie up. Side headlock by Chavo. Control the head, you control the body. And that's certainly the case right now with Shima Zion. Guerrero, without question, the most experienced of the two. As I re-welcome Justin Plummer back to the broadcast booth, doing a little bit of work for IWC Aftershock, which rumor has it is available on IWCWrestling.com.
That's true, Joe, and I apologize for that. I was getting a segment with the Gambino brothers, congratulating them on their qualification tonight, and the Founding Fathers jumped them from behind. We had a little bit of a brawl. I think justice has been restored. I'm able to come back out here now. I apologize for my absence.
Qualification, eh?
Okay. Qualification. For the four-way tag team title match, of course.
That winner takes all.
Oh, that's not.
What a great match to come back into here, though. Chavo, Guerrero, and Shima Zion.
Absolutely. Chavo is executing his veteran instincts right now, keeping the young man grounded. Shima only 25 years of age. He's going to out-quicken Chavo. It's inevitable. But Chavo is still so quick, based on the wars he has been through in this business. Series of arm drags back to Chavo at a vertical base, Shima to a knee.
And the fans appreciating that exchange. Joe, we may have two of the greatest technical wrestlers of the past, present, and potentially future here with Shima Zion.
Oh, without question. And as I remarked a moment ago, not surprising Chavo would get the yeoman's effort of the crowd support, but Shima has his supporters as well. He's impressed and earned a lot of respect, especially over the past 6 to 8 months and how he's handled the Founding Fathers. Keep in mind, Shima Zion has qualified for an IWC title opportunity. We know that John McChesney will leave tonight as champion because, well, he gave Carlito the shaft in the title match earlier tonight. 6-man tag still to come, though, keep in mind. Non-title, of course, but side headlock by Shima now. Chavo taking over. Shima Zion to contend with John McChesney. You mentioned the Jimmy DeMarco stipulation that was made in Clearfield. Lawyers of the Founding Fathers feverishly trying to negate that stipulation. We will see how that shakes out, but Shima right now applying the headlock on Chavo, a little bit of tit for tat.
Yes, and nobody wants to see the IWC World Heavyweight title battle fought outside of the ring, in the courtroom, so to speak. But it's up to McChesney, and that's the way it seems to be going right now.
Battle fought.
Battle fought.
Is that like a qualification?
Similar, but not quite.
Chavo with the head scissors. Again, controlling the body of Shima. No wasted motion. Everything Chavo is doing is by set purpose. Keep Shima in your grasp. Keep him at a close quarters so he can't surprise you like he did right there, spring up into the side headlock, take over of his own. We are seeing what Larry Zbyszko would call the human game of chess right now. And so far, we're at a stalemate.
Now we have Shima supporters pulling through here, Joe. This crowd is as close to 50-50 as you're going to get. And Chavo supporters again.
Well, I think the fact that Shima has been hanging with Chavo Guerrero, some of these fans may not be as familiar with Shima. This is IWC's first time in this area. They may not know what Shima brings to the table, but they're rapidly finding out. And I think that Shima's already starting to learn to earn a little bit of respect from these fans because of it. He's battle fought long and hard to get here. But so far, I give a slight edge, oh so slight edge, to Chavo Guerrero. But long way to go. We're still in the opening innings.
5 minutes only gone by in this match. We'll see how long this one goes. It looks like Shima playing to the crowd a little bit here. But no! Chavo's not having that.
Well, Chavo saw it was coming. A bit too smart for the Shima advertisement. Gets two out of it. And back to the chin lock. Chavo trying to focus on Shima right where the ramus of the mandible articulates with the mandibular fossa of the temporal bone.
What he said.
Not going to get a submission out of Shima. You're going to wear him down, though. And that's going to come into play the longer this matchup goes. The less gas you have in the tank, the slower you're going to move, and the less likely you are to last the duration.
And we'll see how this one goes, Joe, because, you know, in the back of Shima's mind, he's got to be thinking he's got a title match coming up in just a few weeks. You don't want to have any lasting injuries. You don't want to overdo it here. But at the same time, this is one of the biggest matches of his career against one of the biggest legends in wrestling history. So there's a little bit of a conflict there.
If Shima holds back one iota, he's already lost this match. I don't think that's in Shima's makeup, however. Chavo following Shima, taking the fight to the outside. And you can see the aggression on Chavo Jr. This is Chavo at his finest. This isn't comic relief. This isn't running around with a leprechaun. This is Chavo Guerrero in his essence, in the moment. 2-0.
Yes, there's no Pepe or intergender matches. This is Chavo the way people love to see Chavo.
Yeah, I think Chavo's still cool with Pepe, though. I think they still talk every week.
Pepe went through a wood chipper, Joe. You're in denial.
Well, spirit lives on.
I hear that. Amen.
Back to the mat wrestling.
Both these men, Joe, known for their cruiserweight style. They both can fly, but they're showing a more scientific side of the art of wrestling right here tonight.
They're smart. They're smart. Art of Wrestling, of course, also the name of Colt Cabana's podcast. You can see it at WeLoveColt.com. I believe Shima's Lion's going to be a guest on the taping of that program this evening. So, big shout out to Colt Cabana, as always. IWC loves you. Even though Dalton Castle got the better of him just slightly tonight.
Dalton Castle tactics as per usual.
Not a fan of Dalton, I see, huh? Not that I blame you. Chavo got Shima in a modified crossface right now. Shima with or rather Chavo with a double handful of hair. Takes Shima down by those ample locks. And again, it's all about how you're going to get one step ahead of your opponent. Chavo is just leaning on Shima. Not only does Shima have to carry Shima's own body weight, that 190 pounds of pure smut, but also that 210 plus of Chavo Guerrero as well. I mean, and Shima's got no leverage to get out of this. It's completely horizontal. It takes a lot of energy to just get to where Shima has right now, let alone break contact. And that move took a lot more out of Shima than you may realize right now, but the fact that Shima was a half step slower and getting into that maneuver, and Chavo capitalized, that's picture perfect evidence why you go for those chin locks and why you wear down your opponent.
That took Shima all that he had to get out of that, and then he had nothing left in the tank. Now back down on the mat, Chavo still with the upper hand and back into the chin lock.
Yeah, I believe Chavo's been studying tapes, and Chavo realizes, you know what? This may be the key to beat Shima. Maybe Shima's a little bit better flyer than I am, but Chavo thinks maybe I'm a bit of a better mat wrestler than he is. Could be right.
Yes, with Shima wrestling on national television as Zima Ion in Impact Wrestling, there's a lot of footage of him out there now, a lot of tapes that can be studied, that superstars can come in and get an upper hand. Take a look at the weaknesses, take a look at their strengths.
And Shima with a desperation maneuver to break the grasp of Chavo. Now could be a turning point in this matchup. Both men are hurt. And Shima fires away. Shima will not be silenced easily, that's for sure. And Chavo back with the drop toe hold. Modified basement drop kick. Could this do it? No. Near fall again. And Chavo himself feeling the effects of Shima's onslaught.
These men wearing each other out, but it looks like Chavo still has a little bit left in the tank. Shima's got to make a move here soon, Joe. He's been on the downslide here for a few minutes now. This might be what he needs, a couple of right forearm shivers to the face of Chavo.
Well, hopefully Shima not looking past this to John McChesney in the IWC title. It's so tough for Shima. He does not have the crowd in his favor as he would maybe in an Elizabeth or a Clearfield. But look at Chavo's suplex attempt. And Shima hits hard. And Shima may have struck the back of that turnbuckle pad, and that is where the solid steel bolt is located. That could be very, very dangerous.
Oh, it could. He could be unconscious now. We don't want to see a count out again tonight.
Well, we know Shima's not going to take the low road, that's for sure. Not with an opportunity like this staring at him in the face, but Chavo tried to do it again, and Shima sends Chavo in. Shima senses an opening. Springs in with a DDT, nicely done.
Out of nowhere, Joe. Impressive maneuver.
But not enough energy to follow through. Quick cover attempt or maybe go up top. Shima still has a lot of cobwebs from this matchup, the entire duration of which Shima has been on the defensive almost.
He's got a window of opportunity here, and he's going to make the cover.
Finally, just able to crawl, stumble his way over for two.
Well, if anything, he's able to catch a much-needed breather right now, and he looks to be amping himself up. Readying himself for what seems to be a comeback, but now we are trading blows back and forth. Chavo, Guerrero, Shima, Xion.
Back and forth centering, no clear-cut advantage yet. And this has turned into a flat-out war. You can sense that it might be headed down that road. Two men with such a extensive lucha libre backgrounds and so well-traveled and so worldly in their styles. Competition either man doesn't get very often. Shima with a Hurricane Rana, beautiful nip up. I think Shima has found that second win.
Here he goes, he's got the momentum now. He's got to take advantage of this.
But Chavo, the veteran, waiting. Shima.
This is where he's most dangerous.
It's what Chavo's been trying to avoid, and there you see why. The compact missile drop kick sends Chavo down in a heap. Chavo maybe a little close to the ropes here, and that was Chavo's salvation. Whether it was luck or whether it was great ring positioning, the impact of that drop kick sent Chavo into the ropes, and that may be the only thing that saved the Mexican Warrior.
Yeah, well, this one's going to keep going here, Joe.
Springboard, moonsault. Nicely done, but I don't believe he got all of it on the impact. It got style points, but the execution was off. And Chavo channeling Uncle Eddie a little bit. And it could be time, Justin.
Here we go.
The three amigos.
There's one.
These roll-through suplexes. Chavo able to swivel the hips so well. No one can do it like the Guerrero clan. Got the momentum. Oh, Shima countered last minute. Neckbreaker. Shima on top. Shima's gonna get this. No.
Desperation, neckbreaker, and cover. Joe, we are 15 minutes into this one. These two men, their tanks have to be nearing empty at this point. 15 minutes is a long time to be wrestling the style and the pace of the match that these two men have wrestled.
You can tell these guys are rapidly approaching the E portion of their meter. They're running out of gas. That's not going to stop them. Chavo with the Gory Guerrero special.
Oh!
Shades of his grandfather. And that could get it done. No!
Joe, how in the world did Shima just kick out of that?
I can't believe that.
Did he? Did he kick out? That was awfully close to a 3.
I swear to you, I did not see that coming. Well, channeling Gory didn't quite work. Maybe another revisit to Uncle Eddie.
I think we know what's coming here. The question is, can he connect?
A little bit of Latino heat. No! Shima ducked, and Chavo made a mid-stream adjustment. Ate a super kick. Shima wins. No! Another near fall. And I swear to you, I thought Shima had it.
It's about as close as it gets, Joe, after that vicious super kick to the jaw of Chavo.
Chavo's attempted 3 different times to end this matchup.
So he's still stunned. Chavo's still half out.
And has been unsuccessful with each. Shima going high risk. Nowhere to land that feels good. Hurricane Run, and Chavo held on. Just barely.
Chavo may have just saved his match on that one. Wait a minute.
And now proper tribute.
Hits it.
For Uncle Eddie. The Bronx Splash. And Chavo wins it.
Joe, impressive victory in a back-and-forth battle between two of the greats in this industry today.
On this night, Chavo Guerrero was the better man, but you do this match again tomorrow, the result could be totally different. What an evenly matched contest, and Chavo, he had to be just as lucky as he was good to get past Shima tonight.
And Joe, let's not forget, Shima's now going to go into his world title match without the momentum, going in with a loss. Do you think that's going to slow him down at all going in to winner takes all?
Well, that begs the question, how will John McChesney go into the championship matchup, winner take all? Really make it to the championship matchup, because up next, 6-man tag match, special enforcer is McFoley. But right now, Chavo Guerrero's moment in the sun. The Warrior is victorious at the Night of Superstars. I believe Chavo has called Shima back to the ring. Both these men feeling the effects of this matchup in a big way. And Shima has earned Chavo's respect. That's so great to see after a match like that.
Let's hear it for Shima. A privilege tonight. We do a lot of independent shows. We don't get to see crowds like this very often. Hats off to you. Hats off to Shima. Because I haven't been able to put hands like that in a while. Because I haven't tried to put it on. But anyways, thank you to all your fans. Thank you for supporting Chavo. Thank you for supporting the Guerrero family. And always, Viva la Raza! For that person who does that wash shots the best,
And Joe, it's moments like this that make the IWC so special.
Huge endorsement from Chavo Guerrero to Shima Xion. Great moment here at Night of Superstars. And we're not done yet. Main event moments away. Mick Foley has been given the rule book here tonight. He's in charge, the guest host of IWC Night of Superstars, and he certainly made that power stretch in a big way when he would not let Big League John McChesney get away with a cheap count-out victory over Carlito earlier tonight, instead choosing to make a six-man tag team war. What a great decision, and we're ready to enjoy the fruits of that decision here in our feature bout. Mick, always so personable, involved in so many charitable causes. The Rain Foundation, I know, has taken up so much of his time, visiting the troops overseas as well. Big League tried to pull a fast one along with Super Hentai and Jimmy Vegas, the former IWC Tag Team Champions, who will have a chance to recoup that on December 10, stripped of the titles because Vegas and Dennis Gregory, who were the previous champions of note on record officially, didn't defend within the allotted 90-day time period. Vegas now has Super Hentai as his new partner, and December 10th will have a chance to survive the one-nighters, the Gambinos, and an unknown fourth team that will be chosen by invitation. But they have to get through tonight first, and that's a task easier said than done. McChesney still full of himself and still feeling good. Carlito was shafted out of a chance to win the IWC title earlier in the night, but Mick Foley, while he couldn't give Carlito another shot at the gold, could certainly give Carlito a shot at revenge. And along with Titusville's luscious Rocky Reynolds and Erie PA's Omega Aaron Draven, Carlito is teamed with the two best athletes in the northwest section of the state of Pennsylvania. Certainly Rocky Reynolds has his fans as well. Rocky, a former four-time NWA junior heavyweight champion. Rocky actually trained Aaron Draven. Draven, a 7-year pro, making his IWC debut, a long, arduous road to get here. But what a debut it is. I believe this is Rocky's IWC debut as well, to be thrust right into the main event. How'd you like that pressure? With Mick Foley at ringside against the most dominant faction in IWC history.
Listen here, referee. All three of us refuse to get in this ring unless that mute and that crap right there is cleaned up. Or we're never going to see us wrestle tonight.
Well, Founding Fathers finding more excuses.
Oh, you got something to say? Give it out.
I think Mick takes objection to the stalling.
Ordinarily, I wouldn't agree with anything you say, but that ain't coming across. Dude, if you can get someone out of here in the box, a paper towel, it's... the quicker over's going to clean up with the puke. Somebody get some flames around here.
I'm not exactly sure what happened in the ring, but or when it happened or to who it happened.
When you guys go home, and you can tell your friends, Carlito, your dad has been in business 40 years. I've got 26 in. I've never seen that before. We're going to get that feud cleaned up. We're going to get the match out of the way in just a couple minutes. Make sure they put attention. That's what makes IWC #1. Thank you. I agree with you, man.
Is this one of the things? Not sure if this makes IWC #1. Some better reasons. All right. Well, we have apparently fixed our problem with the ring. And the six-man tag is officially underway. It's going to be the quickness of each side starting the bout, it looks like. Omega Aaron Draven and former four-time IWC Super Indie champion, the Super Indie Innovator, the man with controlled aggression and howling fury, Super Hentai. Hentai not making many friends. But Aaron Draven bases his career nearby in Erie, PA. All business. Draven and Rocky both have long since earned an opportunity in IWC in my estimation. But again, the pressure of getting it in the main event of one of IWC's biggest events in recent history. Pressure I do not envy, as Draven in control of Hentai with a side headlock early. For the ride, shoulder tackle. Hentai certainly very well put together for his size, about 180 pounds or so. Pace quickens. A couple leapfrogs by Draven into a Hurricane Rana, nicely done. Wait, has Draven come prepared or what? Tag to Rocky Reynolds. Rocky may be the most popular athlete in the history of Northwest Pennsylvania, and that's not an exaggeration. Well, I think Jimmy Vegas has about 3 fans in the back row that he probably bought off. But Rocky Reynolds with the decisive advantage. Of course, Rocky from Titusville, which is just a stone's throw away from here in Meadville, literally. As the two power men go toe-to-toe, and Vegas pushes Rocky off. Rocky isn't very tall, but he's very compact. He's got a lot of mass on his frame. Vegas is much bigger. He's about 270, 280, and he's not shy about it. Half of that may be all beard at this point. Vegas, a former 2-time IWC champion, a man that has pinned CM Punk in IWC rings in years prior. And Vegas again muscles Rocky down, and this matchup could be a catalyst to gaining a lot of the momentum the Founding Fathers have lost with the departure of Bubba, Denny, and Radford. The only thing, in my estimation, keeping the Founding Fathers from completely imploding is their possession of the IWC title. And that is in jeopardy as well when Shima Zion challenges in a few weeks' time. And Rocky, learning from his mistakes, swinging neckbreaker, nicely done, as Rocky Reynolds, the man sometimes called luscious, begins to open up on Jimmy Vegas, quickens the pace, Bulldog takedown. Rocky possesses so much speed and power. Oh my God, caught, Samoa drop. Just like that, Vegas turns the tide again. McChesney with a knife-edge chop. But took too long to brag about it. Caught into a power slam. Rocky Reynolds is at home when he's displaying his power game. And in comes Carlito. And Carlito the Southpaw, the son of the legendary Carlos Colon, the most feared wrestler ever in the country of Puerto Rico. And Carlito trying to send McChesney face first into the bodily fluids that were cleansed a moment ago. Chesney able to battle his way away from the regurgitation, if you will. And that only made Big League mad. And Carlito turns the tide. I think McChesney's having some flashbacks to Loki about now. A second one. Good night, McChesney. Now, we've seen a lot tonight, but the reaction for Carlito is off the page. Big League. You can see the welts, the bruising forming on the chest cavity of McChesney already. As Rocky Reynolds said it, McChesney dropped right near the regurgitation again. And now, huge vertical suplex, gonna make McChesney think about it. All the blood rushed to the brain. Rocky on top for a cover, 2-0. And Rocky and Draven, teacher and student, a little bit of Heart Foundation action there. And another double team, nicely done. Muda lock into the drop kick. Amazing cohesion by Rocky Reynolds and Aaron Draven. Now it's Draven in control of the IWC champion. And if somebody, either Carlito, Draven, or Rocky, can pin the IWC champion here in this matchup, you gotta believe they'd be right in line for an opportunity. Jeez! McChesney has accuracy second to none with the drop kick and connected perfectly in the face of Omega Aaron Draven. And Omega, he's high risk, he's a risk taker, he's a thrill seeker. I don't think anybody could possibly be prepared for a John McChesney dropkick or the power of Jimmy Vegas. And Vegas putting all of his own weight over top of Draven makes it so much tougher for Draven to work his way out. Attempting to, but Vegas sensed the tide turning, pulled Omega down. Cover 2-0. Omega's held prestigious championship gold in a variety of other organizations. Competing against IWC's best here, the last tag champion on record before being stripped was, along with Dennis Gregory, Jimmy Vegas. And now the man that made Super Indy, a man who's beaten AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, CM Punk, Colt Cabana, a man who's competed from Japan to Hawaii to right back here in IWC. Gets a near fall on Draven. Anti-mocking Draven, mocking Carlito and Rocky. As it is all hentai right now. Draven trying to battle free. You don't want to get into a punching contest with hentai. Well, you don't want hentai to go to the eyes either. Another shortcut. European style uppercuts. Draven trapped into a neutral corner. Hentai drives through with triple knees in the corner. Hentai mocking Draven once again. Could this be all? No. Again, the fathers looking for some momentum. Easier said than done against two men who have been the pride of this area, and one man who's one of the greatest athletes that we've seen over the past 10 years, maybe longer. Hard knife edge. And a second time. McChesney in his element, but Draven a step quicker. Sunset flip coming up. No, McChesney rolls through. Slingshot coming up, but Draven, amazing sense of balance down with a double stomp. All of Draven's weight driven into the body of big league John McChesney. And just when the father sensed the momentum turning, all hell breaks loose. The official loses control, and Vegas and McChesney and Hentai all in the ring illegally. No tags, no legalities. McChesney back on top for two. Founding Fathers almost stole one again. And keep in mind, folks, the special guest enforcer on the outside of the ring is Mick Foley, who can't be happy with this recent turn of events. Near fall by McChesney up a beautiful Northern Light suplex. And we're right back where we started a few minutes ago with Big League isolating Draven, but that speed again. McChesney gives Draven an opening, he'll take it. Hurricane Rana. And Draven use all his body weight down to McChesney, but you need a tag, kid. Can Omega get to friendly waters? He's got it! Hentai in, but so is Carlito. And Carlito has a little something for everybody. Freshest man in this matchup by far. Hentai for the ride, straight boot right in the face. Receipt for that McChesney drop kick a little bit earlier. Vegas reasserts himself. Double drop kick, beautifully done. Action spilling out all over this building, and the official got it. The referee is down. Rocky on the outside, Hentai, Draven. In the ring, McChesney, it's the TKO and Carlito. McChesney's got this match won. We need some law. Mick Foley, the enforcer, checking on the referee, and Mick's gonna take over this match. Mick's got no choice. Mick explaining to Big League what just happened. The official is out of it. And McChesney, oh no, you don't want to do that, young man. And Mick, much like he promised earlier, getting a little physically involved. And it's time for McChesney to meet Mr. Sacco. The mandible claw driven into the gullet. Carlito with the backstabber. Carlito gets 3 of the IWC champion. What a moment! Mick Foley, Rocky Reynolds, Aaron Draven, and Carlito make sure the Founding Fathers are foiled again. What a moment and what a night! The first ever IWC Night of Superstars, and you gotta believe it's the first of many, many more still to come. It's a festive atmosphere tonight. Foley, Carlito, Draven, and Rocky at the Night of Superstars. I will leave you on IWC DVD tonight with the superstars themselves getting the final word.
Wait, we're not quite done yet. There's one word I'd like to say. Puke.
He's gonna puke. As we end on puke, I give you a fond farewell from Meadville, Pennsylvania, Joe Dabrowski for IWC's Night of Superstars. We'll see you next on DVD when it's winner take all.